Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright after a resounding rivalry game win over Pearl River 41-14. Jack, your overall thoughts on how y'all performed tonight?
Just couldn't be more pleased. We executed when we needed to. It wasn't perfect. There's always going to be some things you point at and want to do better, but I'm happy because I see us getting better, and that's all you can ask for as a coach is just to improve, and I see us doing that.
Let's start with the Regulators. They gave up some yardage in the ground game, but made them keep going over and over again, and eventually got them stopped. Was that kind of the game plan against them?
No, we wanted to stop everything, at the line of scrimmage, but they came out. Pearl River was ready to play. That was evident. It's a rivalry game. Their emotions were running high, just like ours were, and they had a great opening drive. They had a good plan to run the football on us, and they did that. But I'm really, really proud of our defensive coaches, Coach Schufelt, Coach McDougal, Coach Rod. I mean, they've seen it all. They have a lot of experience, and they made some adjustments there early in the game. Didn't wait till halftime. Made some early in the game, and it helped our guys play a little faster and catch up to what they were doing.
Yeah, after that first drive, you were able to clamp them down, and then you got a turnover on their second possession, which really let you extend the lead.
Right. Turnovers always help. I'm not glad we capitalized on that. We had a really good drive after the turnover, but our secondary there was in zone coverage, kind of saw the ball come out of his hand, and we're in a good spot there. So, anytime you get a turnover, your offense now puts a little pressure on the offense, but we came through.
And we always talk about it. You roll a lot of guys in and out. You play everybody who's available to play, and that certainly helps keep guys fresh.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's not 100 degrees anymore, Don. I mean, if it seemed like our kids could play a little longer tonight, and I think that paid off for us too.
We'll go to the offense. It was big play after big play. Trey Hall had a couple long runs. What did you see out of y'all's running game?
He's a home run hitter, but we've got other running backs too, but Trey is definitely the headliner, the big play guy. Chandler finally got on the touchdown wall today, so he's been earning one for a long time. So I'm just really pleased with the running game. I think we put up a lot of yards. I don't know the stats, that well yet, but we put up a lot of yards in the run game. Of course, anytime you have some long runs like Trey made, that's going to add up.
Over 340 yards was the last number
right.
I saw. And we're going to talk with Chandler here one-on-one coming up. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry, got things done. He's such a tough runner and able to make people miss and run over people too.
Chandler's just, really, really good running back. We've had some really good ones here in my 7 years. He's as good as any of them. What people don't see is how good he is, protecting the passer, catching the ball out of the backfield, making communications calls in coordination with the offensive line, and he seems to be perfect in all those areas that don't always show up.
Y'all didn't throw it a ton, but you were able to make plays in the passing game as well.
We did. We could have thrown it more, but Don, from the sideline, when you're calling runs and they're working, it's hard to get away from that. So I thought Landon was accurate tonight. I thought our receivers definitely made some plays in man-to-man coverage, and so you don't always know when a team's going to play you in man if you're going to be able to make plays or not. So just really pleased that we were able to make some.
What does it mean in a rivalry game to get a win like that? You get a pretty convincing win.
It's always fun, right after the game. It's fun for, the folks that are local that keep up with it. But from my perspective, Don, it's one more critical South Division win, and that's what we need the most.
Breaks the tie, top the South Division, move into first place all alone here. Something new for us. We got a bye week coming up. How are y'all going to attack that extra time?
I kind of wanted to see where we were before we came up with a thorough plan. I've got some ideas on how we're going to approach that next week. You're right, it is new. We need to use that to get some guys healthy. We've been able to kind of Band-Aid up a little bit pretty good at a couple of spots. So we got to get some guys back. But, Don, we've got to get better. We've got to get better. That needs to be the focus for our staff. That needs to be the focus for our players. We need to continue to improve. We are getting better. We just need to take it to a new level.
Yeah, it's a whole thing of rest versus keeping sharp. And I know y'all will figure out the plan to do it and then come back strong the next week.
Right. So being 5-0 going to the bye week, it's going to be – it's a different approach than if you were, kind of behind on the division standings. You kind of have to look at it a little differently.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you.
Here on the field with sophomore running back Chandler Chapman from Bay St. Louis. Chandler, 22 carries, 130 yards tonight. How'd it feel running the rock?
Felt good. Everything was opening up. I could tell off the first run. When Trey broke the first one, I got in, I broke mine. I knew it was going to be a good game.
You averaged almost 6 yards a carry. Trey, I think, averaged double digits again. Y'all were able to really gash him. What was working for y'all in the run game?
Inside zone was really working. Outside zone was working. We just put a lot of trust in our coaches and our O-line.
What did you see from the O-line tonight?
They got a real big push off the O-line tonight. They got a real big push. Even when we got closer to the red zone, it was like they got stronger. We had a real big push.
You got your first touchdown of the season, right?
Yes, sir.
What was that play?
That play, that was outside zone play. They set the edge for me real well, and I had them on my back, and I just kept moving my feet.
Feels good to get on the scoreboard, doesn't it?
Been praying for it.
What'd you see out of the Regulators tonight? They had an interception early that got y'all set up and really kind of turned the game for y'all.
We was ready. As soon as them boys, I had my faith in them the whole time. They was down a little bit. Told them to get back up. I knew by the second quarter we was gonna have them.
You're from kind of that neck of the woods of Pearl River. What does it mean to beat them?
It means a lot. I have some friends from Slidell that go over there. We had a quarterback that was over there last year. I have a lot of family over there too. So it's a lot, something to talk about.
Feel good to get the rivalry win?
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes,
congratulations,
sir.
Chandler.
Thank you.
Here on the field with sophomore defensive lineman Tylan Cole from Meridian. Regulators played pretty well tonight. What did you think of y'all's performance?
Oh yeah, so we played real good. So we played real good. We stopped the run. So that first drive, it was a little shaky, but we pulled through at the end.
What changes did y'all make early to try and get them slowed down?
So at first, we was in like a healer call, but then we just went back to the basics and just stopped it.
More of just like man-on-man kind of stuff, and just beating your opposition.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got a big turnover early. That really kind of helped turn the game around. You know what happened on that play behind you?
So we just we got pressure on the quarterback and made him throw a bad ball.
You were talking about the Pearl River running game. Y'all's running game was just running crazy. They ran for over 300 yards. You kind of come to expect that from your offense, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Trey Hall, Chan, so them my guys. So that's who I hang with. So I know what they can do. Them my guys.
It's a big rivalry game. It's your second Pearl River game. What did getting the win tonight mean for y'all?
So it means a lot, man. Them guys, so they don't like us, we don't like them. So it's just good to get the win. And I never lost to them, so that's good too.
That's it. You guys won't have a game next week. I know you won't get the week off, but what are you expecting coming up here for this next 7 days?
Just to get better, so every day. So that's it, really. Just to get better every day.
Congratulations.
The next team.
Congratulations, Tylan. I got you a good highlight coming.
Thank you.